Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? This is not how I imagined this video going. I thought I'd have a lot more video at the game. I tried to do a little bit of vlogging stuff, but it was really loud and you couldn't really hear me in the video. So I'll have some of those videos playing in the background and I'll just talk to you guys about the experiments. But first and foremost, it was really cool to meet some of the fans and people, the population out there. You know, a lot of you guys are nervous, man. It's not a big deal. I'm just a regular dude who talks about basketball and football. But it was really cool to meet most of you guys, man. You guys are really cool and super supportive. I love all of you guys. It was just really cool experience, man. I'm glad I went. And then I did meet two YouTubers out there. Bravo. Some of you guys are going to know him from Above the Rim and Center Court. He comes on there and talks basketball with us every once in a while. He's a very busy man. And I'm going to say this, Bravo, if you're watching. You are really full of energy. This guy loves his sports. And, man, you got to love the enthusiasm about it, man. This guy is super hyped, man. You know, I met him in person for the first time yesterday, and it was really cool, man. He was just full of energy. That's all I can say. But it was cool to meet him. I also got to meet J-Mo for the very first time in real life. Got to dap him up, say what's up to him. So it was really cool, man. Really cool experience. You know, for having free tickets from the Pistons, being part of the Six thing they're doing from Twitter. I didn't think the seats were going to be that great. And they were actually pretty decent. You know, when I buy tickets personally, I like to be as close as possible. That's why I really only go to one game a year, because they are a little bit more pricey that way. But all in all, I love the seats. You can see everything. You know, you're raised up above where you can see fouls and everything. So it was a really cool experience. I'm glad I got it. Glad to be part of it. But without further ado, let's just talk about the game. All in all, it was a very good game from the Pistons. You know, it did not feel like a preseason game at all. Which, when I was there, I kind of felt lost, because it felt like a regular season game. The fans were crazy. I don't know how loud they seemed on TV, but they were really loud, man. And it was about half full, maybe not even, and they were super loud. So this city is ready for this team to do well, just from the fan standpoint. You know, we got some of the most loyal and loyal and passionate, there we go, fan bases out there. You know, people who go to the games want to see this team do good, so they root for them and cheer for them as hard as they can. It's a cool thing to see. Personally, I think the Pistons were playing a little bit too hard and played their starters a little bit too much. Now, I understand the season's right around the corner. You want your guys to be in the best of shape. But Blake Griffin was out there diving for loose balls and stuff. I was cringing every time. I'm like, man, this game doesn't mean anything. Why are you going to risk something like that? But deep down inside of me, I love it. Because things you guys don't see on camera was Derrick Rose as a leader. He's out there in the huddle. He's telling Luke Kennard and Bruce Brown and even Reggie Jackson what to do and stuff. He's calling plays. He's like a quarterback out there, if you would. Man, it's really cool to see Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose take this leadership role. And both of those guys are someone that these younger guys respect. Andre and Reggie look up to. You know, those are two guys that have been proven in this league and been some of the league's best players in the last 15 years or so. I mean, so they got the respect of the locker room. Derrick Rose is for real. This guy is faster than a lightning bolt. I mean, I've never seen Derrick Rose play live. And even on TV, like in his prime, I'm like, boy, that dude's fast. And I don't know if he's as fast as he was when he was in his MVP days, but that dude can fly. Absolutely fly. I mean, if you have not gotten the chance to see Derrick Rose live, you have to. I don't know how fast he is, but dude, he looked like a cheetah, dude. He's unbelievable to watch. He's so passionate, man. He loves basketball and he wants to win. You gotta love it. We didn't play wood as much as I would have liked. especially after him pretty much dominating game 1 of the preseason. I would have loved to see a lot more of him. And Sekou didn't get in until like the last 2 minutes of the game. But rather than that, the Pistons looked pretty solid. Luke Kennard led the way with 19 points. He played a phenomenal game. And I've seen that a lot of people are complaining that Derrick Rose and Luke Kennard are coming in off the bench. You have to look at it this way. It's what's best for them, and it is what's best for the Detroit Pistons. And what I mean by that is they are going to have more opportunities coming in off this bench than they are going to start. This offense is going to go, guess what, off the bench through Derrick Rose and Luke Kennard. And Derrick Rose has said he's never played with someone with like Luke Kennard. And they already have a natural chemistry. Derrick Rose wants to get him the ball. Derrick Rose is trying to help Luke Kennard get better. And you don't really see that a whole lot. Like, D Rose wants this team to do well because he's playing for it. But he wants these players to get better. And that's something you don't see very often in the league anymore. For Reggie Jackson and Bruce Brown, I think Reggie's pretty much going to be done here in Detroit after this year. I don't know if they're going to bring him back or whatever, but for fit right now, the reason Bruce Brown is starting is what he did to Luka. Luka had a great game. If they played a full game, he probably would have had a triple-double. But he was frustrating Luka. Bruce Brown was. Just knocking the ball away from him, when the whistle is blown, whatever, getting under Luka's skin. And that's something that Luke Kennard doesn't do defensively. Luke is an offensive juggernaut. Well, hopefully he can transform into this offensive juggernaut. Reggie Jackson's just starting because he's got chemistry with Blake and Drummond. So they got their fit. That's why they're starting. Why D Rose and Bruce Brown, or not Bruce Brown, but Luke Kennard are coming off the bench. It's just that firepower off the bench that we so desperately need. Not to mention Tony Snell starting as a good defender. And, he wasn't knocking down all of his shots, but he's going to have to because he had a lot of opportunities from teams doubling down on Blake Griffin. So the thing that works so good with D Rose and Canard is, Canard is getting these open looks similar to Tony Snell was in the starting lineup because everyone's collapsing on Derrick Rose. So the Pistons has got good ball movement around the perimeter. And it's hard to believe Markieff and Marcus are any different players because they had the exact same shot and play the exact same game. It was really cool to see him out there again. So this team is going to be good. This team is going to be really good, very competitive. And like I said, man, I'm not in charge of making these roster cuts because it's going to be tough because everyone wants it. Everyone wants to play. Right now, it looks like they're going to keep Langston Galloway the way they played him last night, which I'm not super happy about that. I think Mihailuk needs that position. But what do I know? Right? But it was really cool meeting all you guys out there. I know there's a lot of you guys who said that you were at the game but didn't see me. I'm sorry about all that. We'll have to catch up next time. I'll probably have to go to a Saturday game because this is kind of hard coming back to work since I live in Flint. It's kind of a long drive and all that fun mumble jumble. But it was really cool, man. I had a great time, great game. Come back, beat the Mavericks. So I was surprised I got to see Luka and Porzingis play. So I got to see everyone that I wanted to see. It was a dream come true. Had a lot of fun. I have to go to some more games. So with that being said, for my Lions fans, Luke G's Field Reviews channel tonight, 7 p.m. is the DSA Roundtable, so check that out. All DSA members in the description with all my links to social media, so follow us all there. And I'll see you peeps tomorrow. Peace.